to Cooking with Abba. Today, I'm not going to be the one cooking. My nephew is going to teach you how to cook with coconut flour. Yes, so this is coconut flour, which we're going to be making coconut pancakes and then coconut cookies. And my nephew, my 4-year-old nephew, is going to teach you how to do that. So to begin off, you obviously need some margarine or butter or any fat of your preference. You're going to add in some sugar because we want it to be sweet, or any sweetener of your choice. We're going to add in eggs, yes, and we're going to mix this all up. And like I said, today it is my 4-year-old nephew who is teaching you how to make this recipe. This is, yes, Cooking with Abba as usual. So yes, this is from Papa. Papa is teaching us how to make coconut flour pancakes for a start. So we're going to add in our essence. Yes, essence to make it smell good. You know that thing. And then we're going to keep mixing it up. Don't worry, you can decide to melt your margarine or not melt it. Don't worry about it. All that matters is that you are mixing it together. Yes, if you've already liking this, please leave a like button. Click on the like button for him. I beg you. Yes, then you're going to add in our milk. Yes, any milk of your preference works. Evaporated milk, powdered milk, any milk you want, but evaporated milk kind of helps you because you need that liquid in there as well. Then we're going to continue by adding in our baking powder and our nutmeg. Yes, you're going to mix that in so that it can help it actually rise up a bit, because coconut flour is so, a bit damp. So if you don't add it, you're not going to get a good rise in there. And we're going to pour in our coconut flour into it. Yes, so we're going to pour this in and we're going to mix it up in there. Yes, a bit of mussels in. So we realized it was still too tough, so we added more milk. Like I said, liquid milk would do because you need that liquid vibe into it. And trust me, our whisk was beginning to get whiskey. So then we moved to the fire. Don't worry, this was supervised by me, so I know before you come and beat me that, hey, I made a little boy go and stand by fire, please. So we just heated up our pan and we realized it was still flaking up a bit, so we added a bit more egg, and yes, a bit more egg just to help it form better. So yes, then what you do is you use your spoon to help you flatten it up. The funny thing about coconut flour is that it's a bit more chaffy. If you don't take care, you really struggle with it. Yes, so too much of the egg may make it too wet, and too little too won't help it bind. It's very troublesome. So what we do is we just put it in, use your spoon to help you flatten it up. Once, and use very low heat to do this so that it actually cooks through and very well. Once it's done at the other side and you flip, trust me, that is all. It's going to form beautifully and you won't struggle with it again. And then in between it, because you're not frying it like deep fry or something, it's a shallow fry, so you just need a bit of oil in there, or fat and oil in there to help it as well. But we use margarine. Margarine is very expensive. It's very much available and inexpensive in Ghana. So like I said, once it cooks on the side and you flip, that is all. It's going to form better. But when you're scooping it and you're flattening it out, it can be a bit messy. So just be gentle with yourself in there as well. And this part, I had to come in to just help flip it up for Papa. Yes, but our chef today is still Papa. So yes, do leave him a like and give him a good shout out so that when he sees it, he'll be happy with you. And he'll teach you more recipes because he has more recipes for you coming up, and with IJ2 as well. So please do leave them a like as well. So yes, like we said, make sure you're using less. And you realize we didn't use so much margarine in the mixing. It was deliberate because we're going to use margarine to fry it up. So if you put so much margarine in, so much margarine around, that is too much fat and oils intake. So that's a deliberate twist to this recipe. So the margarine you'd have placed in weight, when you're frying, it goes into it and you still balance the equation. So you want to make sure that you get it cooked on all sides. And like I said, after the first flip that is done, oh yeah, you don't have any problem. Like ebefa, it won't flake off or anything like that. At this point, you can see it golden brown on all sides. Remember, low heat, medium to low heat. Don't go and do high heat, else the thing will be brown outside but not cooked inside. You have to be very mindful of that. Then we can just dish it out, repeat the process, fry the others, and then we are good to go. So yes, at this point the pan was already very much well heated. Like I said, scoop, use your spoon or whatever you want to use to flatten it to flatten. After the first turn, it's going to obviously get better. It's going to firm up and it won't be flaking up like the way when you're scooping, it easily gets flaky. And like I said, low heat, not high heat, else it'll be brown but not well done. And use less margarine when you're actually mixing it up so that when you are frying, you can be incorporating the margarine so that you don't have so much fat in there as well. And Chairman served it with honey. Yes, Chairman served it with honey. And yes, we're just going to taste and see, yes, as well. And a healthy cup of cocoa obviously goes well with it. Don't worry, if you're doing coconut, if you are doing coconut flour, obviously you should be taking something healthy along with it. Kids. So yes, we're going to taste and see how that goes. And yummy, yummy, yummy. It went very well as well. So yes, now let's go to Papa's coconut flakes chocolate cookies. Yeah, so this coconut powder, but it has coconut flakes in there or coconut chips in there as well. And it has some chocolate, chips in there as well. And this is very healthy, very nutritious. This is very good. Yes, for those who are dieting, or even if you're not dieting, you want healthier snack options, that thing. This is like one recipe to go with. Coconut flour usually can be a bit limiting, and most people just do cakes with it, but this is what you can also do with it. So you need your coconut flour, you need your spice, you need your salt, you need your baking powder, sweetener, sugar, milk, eggs. You need, of course, some fat, so margarine, butter, whichever one, essence. Then we have the coconut chips. We have the chocolate as well, or the something cocoa in there as well. So this one, we begin by pouring our coconut flour in. We add the other dried spice and things to it. All the dried ingredients go in, and then we mix them together. After we've mixed all our dried ingredients together, we're then going to go in to create a little hole in the middle, and then we're going to add our margarine. Yes, our fat. Trust me. Then we're going to add, of course, our eggs to it as well. And then we're going to add our essence to it, which make it smell good. And we're going to mix it. Trust me. Kids, when they are baking and when they are cooking, have time for them because they will be playing with it alongside as well. So just have fun with it as well. So yes, this is cooking with Papa today. Yes, Papa is cooking with Papa. So yes, don't worry, don't worry. It's part of it. And I'm hoping at least this festive seasons you can make some time with the kids. You can actually cook and do things with them. It's always fun when you cook with kids. You are bonding, you are teaching them to also do things for themselves, and you are helping them to also make healthier choices as well. So afterwards, we add all the other stuff, the coconut chips, we add the chocolates to it, we add the milk, and then we proceed to actually what? Mix this all up. You want to mix it all up so that everything binds together perfectly. And once we're done, we're going to actually be molding it into circles. Don't worry. At the end, so once you're done, we're going to actually mold these into circles or into balls. You want to get good balls in there. And once you're done, you also want to line them up in your tray. In your baking tray, there should be enough space for it. So at this point, Chairman needed a bit of help. So I had to come in and then help with the molding as well. So yes, we molded this into our balls and then they go into our tray. You want to leave enough space in between them. You don't want to cling them up all together because we're going to flatten this up and we're going to bake and they'll need space for it to actually bake well. So we used the little stuff to just flatten it up, but it was flaking. Like I said, coconut flour is very annoying to work with. So what we ended up doing was just using our hands, which is softer, to just, manage and then press it down in there. But I think what would have made it easy is if we had just used a parchment paper to roll on both sides and cut it up in there. That would have been easy. But I wanted to get a good cookie kind of look. So the hand thing always works. You want to heat up your oven to 50 degrees or 200 degrees till it's very hot for like 5-10 minutes. Then you put in your cookies and then put it at 180 degrees. Let it bake for 15 minutes, and then you are actually what, good to go. So in between there, I had to check whether it was done, and yes, this was really done. This was like well done. So once it's done, you just put it off the fire. You can let it sit in to cool. And this is the coconut flour cookies you have to try out, especially if you're dieting or if you want to do something with your coconut flour, something more healthy. One was missing because we had eaten that one as well. So till I see the next food video, please subscribe, like, share. Make sure that you leave a comment if you have any comments for Papa. If you have any comments for me, you can then leave that in as well. Till I see you in the next food video, live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.